there's so many things to collect. But they're all unique. They're not just like all Skulltula tokens like Ocarina of Time. But yeah. Still, the Don Caro, its design is fine. I feel like the quest, though, that you use it is more of a pain than anything else. You have to backtrack into 2 dungeons to beat mini-bosses that turn into frogs to use. It is... We'll get to Fierce Stage Dragon. It's mostly Cafe. His dad's name is a brand of coffee. His mom's name is Roma. Okay, thank you, Inheritance. I've never really known how to say that. Cafe. Cool. But yeah. I know I just was like, I like collecting the masks and not having them used isn't a huge thing. But Don Caro's mask only has a heart piece you get, and it's a huge pain even after you get the mask. So honestly, it's a D mask, and it's only a D and not an F because I like the design. Yeah, Dragon. Inheritance is... I'm assuming Inheritance has looked it up at some point, but maybe not. The Japanese brand started in 1962. Huh. So again, we're skipping Transformation Mask, so next is... Wow, what are the ninjas called? Garo. Garo's mask. Yeah, Garo. The Garo mask... The Garo's mask. God, that's really hard to say. Garo Master. There is a Garo Master. The Garo's mask, you get by beating the Gorman brothers in a race on Epona. They give you the Garo's mask. They use the Garo's mask to disguise themselves as bandits, but you can use it to enter the Ikano Canyon and battle Garo ninjas that give you hints. And also, if you wear it in front of a Redead, they will dance and not attack you. Honestly, I rarely ever used it for the Redead thing. In fact, half the time I forget that I could do that. I kind of would put an A rank for that, because that is a hilarious use. That's the kind of thing that I wish the Bremen's mask could do, or the Garo's mask. Something funny with an enemy that's consistent and skips you out on a fight. Or even you could do the fight and kill like Redeads, they still won't attack you. You just kill them while they're dancing, which is kind of awful, but... the original looked different. Gray hood with glowing eyes. Yeah, these are the... I realize these are the 3DS ones. I'm already too far in. But yeah, Garo's mask, A tier. I think that's how a lot of those... It's also needed to progress. You don't get a heart piece anywhere out of it, but like... It's more intertwined in things than most masks, and I think that should be done more. I know I said I wasn't doing the transformation mask yet, but the Giant's mask is a weird exception. The Giant's mask is technically a transformation mask, but you can only use it in one room in the game, in a boss arena. And it makes you huge, and absolutely just cheeses and destroys the boss, but you're expected to fight it that way. Majora's Mask 3D, that boss isn't really cheesed, and I don't like how they handled it. But overall, I think the Giant's Mask is actually a letdown, because the fourth boss practically necessitates the Giant's Mask, but then also is practically a joke because of the Giant's Mask. I feel we got cheated out of what could be a more interesting boss there, and 3D did not help it. 3D made it bad in a different way. It got cheated out of what could have been an interesting boss fight, and it's practically just a fancy press A to win on boss and nothing else. Who doesn't love Godzilla fights? Yeah, when the Godzilla fights aren't a curb stop. Yeah, it is the only one of the significant redesign Dark Data is the Gyara's Mask. I'm putting Giant's Mask in F because I think it is probably the only mask that actively makes the game worse by existing. Otherwise, I don't think that the idea was bad. They could have had an interesting giant fight. Though it still would have been meaningless because you're just both huge, and why not have the same size? But heck, know what would have been more interesting? Make it a hard fight that you get the Giant's Mask partway through the fight. It's this giant thing you're fighting. You get it partway through, then you get huge, and it changes the fight to be a cool kaiju fight. Could have been good for overruled yet. Yeah, sure. I think, though, even with their idea of just how it functioned, they could have implemented it so much better. The Giant's Mask is just kind of... It's a fancy key to fight a boss that's barely a boss. Gibdo's Mask. Going to the Gibdo's Mask. Oh yeah, I didn't say where you get the Giant's Mask. The Giant's Mask you just get in a chest in the 4th dungeon in the Stone Tower Temple. It's like a second dungeon item. That's, again, just to fight the boss. The Gibdo Mask, you get... So there is a house in Akano Canyon that has Redead circling around it. And... Or not Redeads, Gibdos. And through a series of events, you get into the house. There's a little girl in there who's freaked out because her father, she locked in a closet, and he's been turned into a Gibdo. And you play a song Healing, heal him, and you get the Gibdo's Mask. So already we start with a really great quest to get it. That thematically really works. It looks like a Gibdo head, which is fine. That's what it should look like. And it lets you talk to Gibdos. Can you talk to Redeads with it too? Gibdos and Redeads won't attack you. You can talk to Gibdos, and then the Redeads you can't talk to, but they won't attack you. This is back to, it has multiple uses. It has a good design, a good quest. It's an A rank. The only reason it's below Garo's Mask is because Garo makes Redeads dance, which is hilarious. Hey there, System Malfunction. Welcome. You're at a football practice, the little one. Okay, I hope you enjoy. You and hope you and your kid have a good time. No worries. Thank you for your time by saying hi. See you later. Redeads dance. Dark Data. Redeads dance only with Garo. With Gibdo Mask, they just ignore you. Wait, no, it does make them dance. These both make them dance. It is better than Garo's Mask because it has a good quest. You cry every time. Inheritance. Oh yeah. In the Giant's Mask, you get 5 seconds for the boss. Oh but yeah, Inheritance. It is the second most touching thing in the game. Is Pamela. Only below Cafe and Anju. And it's pretty close. It is heart-wrenching. Like, in some ways it is worse, or it is more emotional, because I'm sure especially hits people hard who have kids. It is some sort of absolute nightmare. The thought of this young child's dad turning into the Walking Dead and her having to lock him in the closet and just not... She doesn't have... As far as she knows, that's it. There's no solving this. But I'm not going to get into that. Great Fairy Mask. The Great Fairy Mask you get by bringing the Clocktown Stray Fairy to the Clocktown Great Fairy when you are not a Deku Scrub. and you get the Great Fairy Mask, which is super useful in the dungeons because its hair lights up or floats and sparkles if there's any stray fairies in the room, and if they are not trapped within anything, they will even fly straight to you. The Great Fairy's Mask is super functional. It's not hard to get, but it's a nice little reward for doing a thing like that. Again, she tells you to like come see her again when you're restored to your form, so it's not completely obscure how to get it. I think it's plus it looks hilarious having like with the Great Fairy Mask on. It's an S tier mask. It goes back up to S tier. Not quite as useful as the other two, but it is still super useful. Yeah, it is so useful, Dark Data, especially if you don't have the locations of the stray fairies memorized and you're not following a guide. Like, just wearing it through the dungeon is great. The cafe mask, could be coffee. I want to say cafe. Cafe. The cafe mask is you get it from you talk to Cafe's mom. Up to get the Great Fairy Rewards. Yeah, you don't need it to get the Great Fairy Rewards, but it definitely helps. But the Cafe Mask you talk to on the first day, you talk to Cafe's mom. She mistakes you for somebody looking for her son and gives you the mask. And the mask's sole purpose is you could talk to people and they will possibly give you information. Really, you just need it to talk to Anju to get her to talk to you later that night. The Cafe Mask is an example of a mask that could have been an email. It could have been a conversation. If Link wasn't a mute hero, he could have just said, "Hey, I'm trying to find Cafe." It does nothing else. The only upside is it looks like James from Team Rocket, but it's a D tier mask. It's above Don Caro because you don't have to go through bullshit to get it, but it shouldn't exist. It's not in F tier because F tier is like the mask that actively I think makes the game worse. Madame Aroma, yeah, that was her name. Is the next one called the Dancer's Mask? I think it's the Dancer's Mask, is it? Get it from Komaro. Just verifying that I have the name correctly. It's Kamaro's Mask. Kamaro's Mask. So you find this really weird guy dancing on a mushroom, play song healing. So he's not a guy, he's a ghost. His ghost moves on and you get the mask that looks like his face, which is really creepy. And then you go dance for the Rosa sisters, and they give you a heart piece and start calling you master. Shady, we're doing the transformation mask last. So Kamaro's mask is a mask that just gets you a heart piece. It is the Bremen's mask again. Like the Bremen's mask, you can do an interesting thing with it. In this case, a kind of cool dance. But the dance doesn't do anything. And so, first design alone, I'm putting it above the other B tier masks. But I wish it was more. I wish the dance did something. Heck, dance with the Redettes. That'd be hilarious. It just doesn't do anything. Okay, Keaton's mask. Hit Kamaro's subquest every loop. You do it every loop. You per the sister dance to the default one. Fair. So the Keaton mask is you get it from. Hold Why is my brain slipping? There's so much information in my brain right now. You get it from... Oh yeah, Cafe wears it. Cafe is wearing the Keaton's mask initially in the game. And by progressing his quest to a certain point, and he leaves, it gives it to the Curiosity Shop man, who gives it to you. The Keaton mask is another only used for a single heart piece. You have to use it when cutting down moving grass, which was only a couple patches in the game. And if you cut all the moving grass before it disappears, and you're wearing the Keaton mask, the Keaton shows up, which is really a kitsune, and asks you some questions from a pool of questions about the game. If you answer all the questions correctly, you get a piece of heart. It is going B tier, because it's still just gets a piece of heart. But I am putting it higher than the others because the quiz is kind of fun. I just wish, like, maybe that each patch of grass had a different quiz to do, or each patch of moving grass, and they had a couple more. And each one had a different quiz with a different reward. I wish it had more times that you did it, because I like the concept. I like quizzes in games like that reward you for paying attention to the details in the game world. That's one thing Banjo-Kazooie series does at the end that I really love. Mask of Sense. You get this by beating the butler in a race, the Deku Butler, after you've beaten the first dungeon. The Mask of Sense, in addition to making Link hunch over and snort like a pig, can be used to find the magic mushrooms hidden in one room that you can take to, I don't know if it's Koteka Coin, one of the witches, the witch of the potion shop, and she'll give you, it'll unlock, I think, a better potion in the shop. I never bother with the mushroom. Get a different question here, Chair. Yeah, that could have been cool, Dark Data. See, some of these masks that have one use, it's easy to find a way to make them a little cooler, but they did only have a year to make this game. That is worth keeping in mind. They made this game in a year. It's amazing what they did in a year. And it's kind of sad what encouraging crunch. But go take Sister Fair. But yeah, the Mask of Sense. I get the Mask of Sense to have all the masks in the game for the reason I'll get to. But I never even bother with the mushroom, to be honest. It's another thing that they could have found more interesting ways to implement it. Had multiple things in the world that you could find with it on. Heck, it could have been essentially a Stone of Agony and Smell Secrets. I'm putting it lower than B because it doesn't even get you a heart piece. I'm putting it on C. I'm putting it on low C. But now the Mask of Truth. So the Mask of Truth lets you talk to the main thing is you can talk to gossip stones, and they will give you hints. You get it from clearing the swamp spider house, finding all the tokens in there. But yeah, the other use it has, though, is you can read the minds of dogs when you lift them up, which is very random. And so the real use for most people is the doggy racetrack. You can use it to try to deduce which dog likely will win. It's another just finds a heart piece, but it does have a little more use. In the gossip stones could be helpful for a new player. And reading the minds of dogs is frankly funny, and I wish there were more dogs in the game to read the minds of in like random areas. It's an A, I'd put it in A tier. Below the Gibdo mask, because the Gibdo mask is quest to get it is, again, heart-wrenching. You don't really need blue potions to give to well, at which point you have access to deck, because Kirby sells them. Yeah, exactly, Dark Data, which is why I never bother with the mushrooms. Postman's cap, or Postman's hat. You get that for, at the end of the cafe quest. If you give the express mail to Mama to him to deliver when he's having his meltdown, because he needs to deliver the mail, but he wants to evacuate. And if he delivers the letter, because you gave it to her, then she relieves him of his duty so he can evacuate, and he gives you the hat. The hat allows you to check post boxes, which one has a heart piece, and others might have petty change. I'm not giving it the credit of the cafe quest, because I'm giving to the couple's mask. And so otherwise, I mean, it's a cool little thing that you get to set him free from his job. But then what you do with it is really boring. You go over, talk to a postbox, like right in the same room, get the heart piece, and you're done. So honestly, I'd actually put it at the lowest of B, because its use can even just be in the same room you got it, and then you're done with it. You think you need blue potion to cure Shiro, the soldier's curse? Oh, yeah, no, you just need any potion. Well, red, I think red or blue potion. I don't think green potion does. But speaking of Shiro, the stone mask. You get it from Shiro the soldier, who's cursed to be invisible and nobody can see him until you give him a red potion or a blue potion, at which point it returns him to visible. Oh, by the way, you also need Lens of Truth to see him. Makes him visible, and then he gives you the Stone's Mask, which, when wearing it, the guards at the pirate hideout cannot see you. I feel like there might be enemies somewhere that can't see you. I don't know. I haven't experimented with it much. You can't use it in the Deku Palace. The guards there see you. I usually get that after doing the pirates hideout. It's nice to have another easier way to do it, but it's a pain to, like, you wouldn't normally get it before then, except for in Majora's Mask 3D, which we're not really rating anything based on that. That one actually places it in a way that you'd get it naturally before then. I don't think all monsters ignore you, Dark Data. I think only certain monsters ignore you. Either way, I feel like it should have had some more use. It should have made it so lots of different NPCs would do different things, even if they were minor things that just don't get you anything, but they show off their character just because they think you're not there. I'm putting it... You don't actually need it to get anything, though. And I do like his design, though. We'll put it right here above Brahmins. Okay, the Romani mask. Is that it? Is that what it's called? Romani mask? I'm doubting myself. Yeah, Romani's mask. You get it from Cremia after doing her side quest, well, the ranch side quest with the aliens and delivering her milk and everything. At the end of that, you get the Romani mask. The Romani mask lets you go into the milk bar and do any of the stuff needed in the milk bar. This is a little more than it just gives you a heart piece. There's multiple reasons to go in the milk bar. And it is kind of funny that it's just a cow, and it does have a good quest line. So I'm actually putting on A rank right below the couple's mask. Also, I kind of wish that it was used instead of Epona song for the cows, because that'd be funny if they thought your cow gave you milk. Then we have, is it called the Ringleader's Mask or the Troop Leader's Mask? Majora's Mask, Ringleader. It is Troop Leader's Mask. Okay. The Troop Leader's Mask you get for doing the Ballad of the Windfish minigame in the Milk Bar. It doesn't actually do anything that's super... I feel like it didn't do anything that useful. Yeah, you wear it around the Gorman Brothers and they're not rude. If you wear it during the Chromium minigame, then they won't attack you, but like you need Romani's mask to get it, meaning you've already done the minigame, so that's kind of pointless. It does have tears come out of it, but like honestly I think it's one of the least useful ones in the game. It makes the brothers sad. It makes the brothers sad, which is kind of one of the only upsides, and then it's useful in a minigame you already have to have completed. I'm putting it at the bottom of D tier. Okay, transformation masks. We're in the home stretch. Man, we're going to be starting the randomizer late. Or not randomizer, the Pokemon Too Many Types late, but I didn't think it'd take this long. Deku Mask. The Deku Mask is... Okay, the transformation masks, you wear them and they turn you to a new shape. And I'm not going to go over all the abilities of each mask. But the Deku Mask is the first one you get. You get it at the start, or at the end of the first, after you've done a 3-day cycle in the game, because you've been cursed into the Deku shape. And you get the song Healing the Ocarina, and heal your curse, and get the Deku Mask. I mean, all the it's going to be an S tier. Like, is it going to be an S tier? Because if I'm going purely on usefulness and how interesting their quest lines are and the forms, they all are S tier. Yeah, they're going to all be S tier. I just have to decide where they are in S tier. The Deku Mask, in my opinion, is the least interesting of the transformation masks. There is an interesting little thing where the form you're taking might be that of the Deku Butler's son. I'm not going to get all into that. But I mean, obviously it's necessary for the game. I still don't think it's... No, flying is kind of cool. We'll put it right there. Deku better be S tier, Shady. I mean, the transformation marks are all going to be S tier. I'll just say that. The Goron mask you get from healing the soul of Darmani, a Goron who passed away trying to save his people. Very tragic. Then you just wear his body, essentially, and all his loved ones aren't even aware he died. Or some of them are aware he died and are like, how do you come back to life? Very messed up. But rolling around at the speed of sound is really fun. You got places to go, you gotta follow. No, I keep on that. But honestly, I'm putting it above Goron, or the Bomb Mask, because rolling around is fun. And it does have the best boss fight. You fight like that. Horrifying first transformation scene alone makes you rate that. Fair, that's true for all the transformations. I understand the point of it being kind of underpowered is meant to be a curse, so which more mechanics are added to externally? Yeah, I don't know. If it was a much longer game, it'd be cool to unlock more abilities for the forms, but I think they're fine for a game made in a year as a direct sequel to another game. The Zora Mask, I think, is even more messed up. The Zora Mask you get by healing the soul of Macau? I think it's Macau. A Zora who is trying to save his girlfriend's eggs failed and was dying. And while he's dying, you play the Song of Healing, essentially to mercy kill him, and then take his body. And nobody knows he died. Unlike Darmani, nobody saw him dying or saw his body or buried him. So you talk to them and they just think you're Macau. And it's very, very messed up. Anyways, it's not as fun as rolling around as go around, but it's pretty cool. JP at electric guitar made out of bonefish. This is also fine. And finally, the Fierce Deity Mask. The Fierce Deity Mask is one of the coolest things in Zelda that we know so little about. The Fierce Deity Mask you get for getting all the other masks, going to the moon at the end of the game, and trading all those masks away, going through little mini dungeons. And you are not told much about Fierce Deity. You are told that it is essentially an ancient evil god that was an enemy of Majora, who's also an ancient evil god. Not all evil beings get along together. And so you take its power, essentially, and absolutely curb stomp Majora. You can also go back and fight other bosses with it that you've already beaten if you want. But you only get it at the end of the game, and then you curb stomp Majora with it. I want to know more about Fierce Deity. Fierce Deity is a very interesting character we barely hear about. And it is one of the darkest concepts in Zelda, that you are taking the power of a malevolent god and bending it to your will, especially since you're a 10-year-old child. Fierce Deity is only thing going above Bunnyhood, because it is so cool being so overpowered, and I really am into the lore. I'm getting absolutely emotionally demolished by some little kid's psychological questions. Fair. I usually tune those out now, but yeah, you do. It's not just some little kid, though. That's Majora. That little kid is Majora. That's the manifestation of Majora as a child, because Majora's behavior, you can see it in his fight. Majora is implied to have the maturity level of a child, but the powers of a god, which is not a good combination. So Majora is a little psychopath, and that is why it really messes with you to get the mask. Majora is also the one to give you the Fierce Deity form, meaning that Majora wanted to fight his enemy, rival, evil god. Doesn't sound as devastating coming from Majora. I mean, it kind of does when you kind of realize that is what Majora kind of is. A demented little child with god powers. Granted, it's infinitely old, but maturity-wise, it's like a child. Anyways, that's my tier list of the masks in Majora's Mask. There might be a couple of these that shift a little up or down, but for the most part, I'm more confident about my placements here. These, I'm gonna download the image myself. I'll try to post this one later in the Discord. But yeah, that was the tier lists. Took a while, but we're going to start Pokemon Too Many Types now. Thank you all who came for the tier list. Let me update what game we're playing. So it will say, right now it says just chatting. Let me edit stream info to the title is Pokemon Too Many Types Nuzlocke Start. And the game, it uses Emerald as a base, so I'll just put in Pokemon Emerald. Yeah, so let me do that. And here we go. So this is a ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald, though it has additional Pokemon from other generations added in. And this ROM hack has, instead of the normal 17 types the game had, this has 65 types. So we're doing a Nuzlocke of it. I am gonna use the new type chart. Like, I'm gonna have access to that. Why is it not letting me? Controller. Let's see. Trying to find that my controller's not working right now. Settings? Is it just settings? Controller. Oh, okay. There we go. Those eyes, yeah, those eyes. Okay, Pokemon too many types. So this game naturally randomizes the trainer Pokemon, but not the wild Pokemon. But I mean, it has its own encounter of how it works. So I will be using an external list of the type matchups because otherwise I feel this Nuzlocke would be near impossible. But I'm not looking up what a Pokemon's type is. I'm going to have to try to deduce that. So, yeah, I've had a feeling that you might be going around Dark Data. So, alright, sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Birch. I don't know if any of this text is different. Yeah, no worries, Dark Data. I'm sure you'll catch the VOD later if you're interested, but have a good night and thank you for stopping by. Everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. This is what we call a Pokemon. This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. We humans live alongside Pokemon. Okay, this is all... yeah, this is all just normal text. Oh no, this is new. My research concluded there are many more types of Pokemon than we thought. Don't try to understand it. That's supposed to be my job, and I'm still frustrated. Where were we? Okay, oh, the boy this time. Shad. Yes. Okay, you're Shad. I get it now. Okay. Do we have a... Oh, not deposit, withdrawal. Yeah, we do have a potion in there. That's good. Is there anything different here? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, you don't say anything? Oh, I just noticed. I have running shoes right off the bat. Cool. Help me! Hello, you over there. Please help. My bag. There's a Pokeball. Okay. Fennekin. Interesting. So, there's Fennekin. Poplio. Chikorita. I mean, I probably have to go with Chikorita. That's like my favorite. That's like my favorite starter aside from maybe the new fire alligator. Already we can see they added in Pokemon because this is, I mean, that's second gen, that's 6th gen and that's 7th gen. Chikorita in most games is actually not really good, but with its different types, who knows? I want to find out. We're doing Chikorita. This is not randomized, by the way. This is just how Pokemon Too Many Types, the 3 starters the game has. None of the wild Pokemon or encounters are randomized, just trainer Pokemon are randomized. So there's the Poochyena. Who knows what type it is? Can we see what type Chikorita is? Grass and bean type. I guess it's kind of a bean shape. Is there moves that are the new types? Huh. There's gotta be, otherwise you can't get stabbed on a lot of move types. Let's Razor Leaf. Ah, of course it missed. I don't think it'll matter, but a reminder that Nuzlocke rules don't start in a Nuzlocke till you have access to Pokeballs. So why'd it do less damage then? Wait, why am I resisting Rage? Rage is a normal type move, at least normally. Which means Bean type resists normal type. I could look at the chart, but I mean there's not much point right now. Oh, whatever Poochyena is resists normal type. It's not the dark type if it's part dark. Ew, I was in the tall grass studying wild Pokemon when I was jumped. Yeah, Bean type. We're Bean type. Save me, thanks a lot. Oh? Hi, you're Shad. It's not the place to chat, so come by my Pokemon lab later, okay? So Shad, I've heard so much about you from your father. I've heard that you don't have your own Pokemon yet. By the way you battled earlier, okay, this is all normal. Normal text. This isn't Nuzlocke, so we do have to nickname it. What do we want to nickname our Chikorita? Oh, she's a chickpea, which is a type of bean. I mean, this has to Dragon. This has 60... No, not 60. This has 90... No, 60, guys. Yeah, 65 types. There's 65 types in this. Aroma? Okay, sure. Clearly I can't spell. Cafe? Well, I mean, it's a girl, so it can't be cafe. If you work at Pokemon, you get experience and trainer. Okay. I think it might be a good idea to see May. No. Don't be that way. Oops, I meant to say no again. Dang it. Oh, we are not going to really... So that's the thing added for this ROM hack, an infinite candy that you could just use infinitely. I mean, I don't want to get over leveled. Maybe if we get in a really bad situation, we might do that to get Pokemon caught up. Maybe. Right now, we're going to consider that off the table. Yeah, and I don't know if it's infinite candy or infinity candy, but yeah, there's a candy in there that you can use infinitely, so you just really dreamed of such a thing. I wouldn't have. Like, that would, like... I wouldn't know when do I decide when to stop using it. What? Why does May have a Pokeball here? Is there a way to get this Pokeball? Let me check the, Oops. That's not what I want to. There is some new special Pokemon. Doesn't look like there's any here, so okay. I wasn't sure if this is... There's some new, like, static encounters. I wasn't sure if there was, like, a static encounter here. Okay, so... Yeah. I just want to talk to that person. Okay, well, we know you resist normal, whatever you are, Poochyena. Oh, you resist grass, too. Well, this isn't good. You resist all of my attacks. Oh, Gen 1, love Gen... Or Gen 3, love Gen 3, yeah. Gen 3 grew on me over the years. I wasn't... It was never one of my favorite gens. We need Pokeballs. Remember, Nuzlocke rules don't start till we have Pokeballs, so that was not our encounter. Sentra, I don't think you're usually in the grass here. I have no idea what type you are, Sentra. Let's try Razor Leaf. How's grass there on you? Normal damage, okay. I'm sure you're not just normal type. I believe every Pokemon has different types in this. I think you just give me a potion. Yeah. I can't buy Pokeballs yet, right? It's been a while since I've done Gen 3. Oh, they have good shop music in this gen. Okay, we don't really need healing, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I want to check it. What is the first town that... Rustboro City is the first one. There's a new Pokemon. But there's a static encounter. Well, it's not really static, that's trade, but sure. I don't remember if anybody around here gives anything. So I guess something around here, somebody around here could give something that's like... That's new? Okay, we're just really quickly talking to everybody, just in case. Man, all this tutorial quest. Imagine, or tutorial text. Imagine somebody playing this is their first Pokemon game, this ROM hack. It'd be so disappointed when they found out Chikorita is not Grass Bean. If you only realize Poké Center has the same acronym as PC. Oh yeah, no, they did that on purpose. They abbreviate to PC in some games. The PC. Oh god, this one's level 4, and it still resists my crap, but the Nuzlocke rules haven't started. By the way, I didn't put together any sort of special overlay for this that shows the Pokemon in the party because it's really hard to do with a ROM hack. Because the normal tool I would use identifies this as Pokemon Emerald, but there's Pokemon in here that didn't exist yet with Emerald. Never thought about it. Oh, they've called it the PC in games before. So. Well, I've had a few different layouts I've done for Nuzlocks, but I mean, I could always just try to put something together at a later time. I also just didn't have a lot of time to. Oops, don't want to do that. So you all have Fennekin, won't you? Or does... Yeah, you have Fennekin. Okay. I don't know what other type you might have. I don't know if grass actually might do neutral damage, but... Phew, okay. Yeah, I chose to be Brendan in this dragon. It's cool seeing Pokemon like Fennekin in 2D sprites, because remember, we never had them in the games as 2D. They were always 3D models. Gen 3 Fennekin. Yeah, I partially wanted Fennekin. I like Fennekin, but like Chikorita's my OG. Okay. Come on. Extensive history as a trainer. You only have level 5 Pokemon. Okay. All vanilla dialogue. Usually go Cyndaquil in Gen 2. I've loved Chikorita. Chikorita has been my favorite starter since Gen 2. Like, it's my favorite all-time starter. And the only one that might contend is, you know what? No, it doesn't contend. Fully evolved Skeledirge I actually like probably more than Meganium, but Chikorita is my favorite starter. They did give me Pokeballs, so I guess the Nuzlocke has begun now. Feraligatr for the win. I'm glad that Feraligatr fans exist. Not my aesthetic, but I mean, Dragon, I'm glad that Cyndaquil got a new form in Legends Arceus. Like, it's a pretty great form too. Wild Sentret. Did I just see something on the left of the screen? I saw something on the left of the screen. What did I see on the left of the screen? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh god, I almost... Oh! I have a shortcut to use a Pokeball. Okay. Also, I almost screwed this up and knocked out my encounter for this route. We're in August, thought we would have another Presents by now. Or it's only August 1st. Pokemon has the only summer presents they've done has been in August. They often do Pokemon Presents in August. And then, of course, there's the February one they have. But usually they only do 2 a year, and it's usually February and August. Sometimes they do one in like October or November if they have a game coming out and they want to get some info, but okay, the Pokedex entry is the same stuff. What is Sentret's name? What are we naming this little girl. Any suggestions, anybody? I don't think they've ever done a June-ish one. Last year they did one in August. That's where they revealed NSO, Pokemon Stadium, and trading card game. Senti? Sure, Senti works. But there's also... I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't another Presents this year, because currently they only have one announced game they're working on. And it's not coming till next year anyways, so I don't know what they'd show. What are you? Normal and fluffy type. A Pokken 2. I don't think the first one, unfortunately, did that well, so they might not. They also, a lot of Pokemon spin-offs are one-offs. They never did like another Pokemon Conquest, for example. And Pokemon Stadium, or not Stadium, Pokemon Snap, it took them like decades to have a second one. Okay, you know what? I'm very tempted to use the infinite candy a little. Because swap training is going to be awful. No, we won't cave. Oh, I need to go to the north route. We won't cave to the temptation. Yeah, let's just go on the grass here. Oh god, okay. Well, first of all, I want to switch out before I try to weaken it, because I feel it can absolutely destroy Senti. That is very scary. Okay, we don't resist grass, whatever it is. Okay, if it's doing rage, it's... But Sword Dance wasn't that important. Not Sword Dance, Howl. I say Sword Dance. That's a quick throw Pokeball button, Dragon. Shady, leveling it to my highest level would be really busted, because then I only have to train one. And like, solo runs of Pokemon games actually aren't that hard because all your experience is funneled into one Pokemon. So like, that definitely would not be balanced. I am tempted to do a rule though that... Where's experience share in this game? Where is experience share in Pokemon Emerald? Pokemon Emerald XP share, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking maybe half my highest level, but once I get to like level like 30, that's like 15. So I'm trying to think how to... Rustboro City, that's not... No, Granite Cave. That's not that far. That's before the second gym. Yeah, we will do half the highest level. We'll do half the highest level. Oh, you still get experience catching Pokemon in this. I don't think Emerald did that yet. Never mind, we're already getting to half the highest levels. It doesn't matter anymore. Puff Up. That's a new move. Puff Up did not exist. That is not a move. Okay, Poochyena, we need a name. Wish I'd gotten the point of collecting training Pokemon better. All he did is use Squirtle through the whole game anyway. I mean, that's not that hard to win then. It was an auto experience share. We swapped out Orthrus. Orthrus is fine. Go for some Greek mythology / persona. Okay, so let's see here. What did that... What is Orthrus? Angie. It's Angie type. It's not even part dark. It's just straight up Angie. Rage and Howl. Those are both Angie moves. Okay, sure. In Puff Up, there's a Fluffy type move. Lowers attack. It's like Tail Whip. That's just Tail Whip. Should have named it Kratos. Well, I didn't know that it was Angie. I didn't even think that, that Poochyena is that Angie of a Pokemon. A Sweetie and a Cutie type? I don't know, we'll see. I feel like Cutie would have been Senti. But there's too many cute Pokemon, it'd be hard. Okay, so our Pokemon already are more than half the level, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. But we will go with that rule going forward. If we get something that's way under leveled, we will at least level it up to half. Half of our highest Pokemon. Graph showed me. Maybe, yeah. I did at one point, Dragon. I showed Shady and Inheritance the type chart because I have seen it. I don't remember though most of the types. And I have the type chart here now for when it matters, but like Golett, I don't know what Golett is. Oh. Scratch is not a normal type. Scratch is a sharp type move. I don't know what Golett is. Can Sharp hit it? Well, that sucks. It's physical. Sharp is physical. That kind of sucks because it's also physical. Okay. Actually, it might not be Sharp type. But I don't know if they show what type, so it might not actually be tied to type in this, even though it was in Gen 3. Five damage. Okay, we're lowering its attack. Harshly. Oh, harshly. That's better than Tail Whip. That's like a Screech. Yeah, that defense scroll is going to make this absolutely miserable. We can still do one more Puff Up. Let's do one more Puff Up. Okay. Mud Slap. Okay, 2 damage. We're not going to take it down with Senti. We're going to have to switch out. Okay, we gotta switch out now. If it gets a crit, we're gone. So we gotta switch out. Aroma. So if this was vanilla, this would be weak to grass, but it's not vanilla, so I don't know what this thing is weak to. Okay. Wish we could catch it, but it's a trainer Pokemon. Senti's level 5. Teddy Tumble. What the heck is that? Roma's level 8. You. What the heck is Teddy Tumble? Another fluffy move. Rushes the target down with a fluffy abandon. Okay, it's a fairly weak fluffy attack. Well, at least it has stab now, because it didn't have a stab move. Yeah, fluffy abandon, that is pretty good. Man, I wish this actually was... I tried to check. There's no compatible randomizer with this to randomize the wild Pokemon. Like I said, the trainer Pokemon get randomized automatically in it, but the wild Pokemon I cannot, and so that's... It'd be cool to have random Pokemon, but... Wait. Arthurus. Okay, Rick, what do you have? A Meryl. I don't know what type you are. Are you weak to Angie? No. You resist Angie. Whatever type you are, you resist Angie. Type thing is refreshing enough that you, oh yeah. What level are you? You're level 4. Let's just switch to Aroma. Normally, this would be a very good matchup. But I don't know what you are. You've got to still be part water, right? Yeah, you got to still be part water. Level 5. Cool. Azurill. Is Azurill normal water usually, or does I mean it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what normally is, I guess, but like so other types also weak to grass. That's the possibility, Shady, that it's not water type and just has something weak to grass. Super effective. Whatever that is, it's weak to sharp. What are we? We're fine in health. Oh, hello. What do you have, sir? Mankey. That's gotta be Angie. There is no way that Mankey is not Angie type. But I don't know what Angie's weak to. I did say I could use the chart. Let's see, Angie. There's Angie. Do we have anything that Angie's weak to? This is Angie the Pokemon, yeah. So what do we have in options? We have Angie, Sharp, Fluffy, Normal, and Grass. So Angie resists Normal. Resist Grass too. Sharp, Angie, Sharp, Fluffy. Angie is weak to Fluffy, it looks like. How is Angie against Angie? Angie is weak to Angie, which actually, that might be really bad for us. That might be really good for us. What level is it? Level 4. I don't know if it has an Angie move. Do we want to risk it having an Angie move? That's super effective. Whatever that is super effective against us. It can one-shot us if it gets a crit. Oh, but we're one hit away. So is low kick. Is Angie weak to fighting? Because I need to figure out if low kick is still fighting type. Angie is weak to fighting. So that's probably just a fighting move. Senti is normal Fluffy. Best case scenario, if Fluffy... Does Fluffy resist fighting? Fluffy might resist fighting. Where's Fluffy? Where's Fluffy? Oh, there it is. Fluffy... Fluffy takes normal damage to fighting, so this thing will be weak to fighting. Rage to let you... Yeah, Rage to let me shoot out. Rage never locked you in. Except for maybe Gen 1. The Gen 1 has weird things. Okay, I don't know what you are. If you're Angie, you resist all attacks. It's probably... I still am certain it's Angie, but it might be Angie something else. Poison powder. Okay. C-Dot. Frick. I have zero idea what this thing is gonna be. I have absolutely no idea what a C-Dot is gonna be. Teddy Tumble, we get Stab, and it's a little stronger than Scratch. It's fine. Sad type out. What's sad about C-Dot? Bide. Oh, we gotta take it out. We gotta take it out fast. Okay, it's fine. Let me out. Don't want to deal with you. Give me the Petra Berries. Give me the Oran Berries. No, give me the Oran Berries. That's hitting B. Something with the eyes? I don't think C-Dot looks sad. We're going back to heal. We also actually haven't had a wild encounter in this route yet. We still have an encounter. That's just the end of the route. Let's get a wild encounter first. We might want to go back and heal after that, after all. Okay, that is Dupe's Claws. We don't have to get it. Is Angie weak to Angie? Yeah, Angie is weak to Angie. We're a higher level. I think we win this matchup. Unless it gets a crit. Okay, we outspeed it, so we're fine. I don't know if Quick Ball existed in Gen 3. I don't remember when they Quick Ball first. I think it did exist in Gen 3. I think it's fairly late game. I'm worried about crit. How is Angie with Fluffy again? Fluffy. Fluffy. Where's Fluffy? Angie's weak to Fluffy. Okay, but is Angie strong against... Angie's not strong against normal. Or Fluffy. So that's actually a good matchup. Quick Balls are great for the beginning of the game. I mean, Quick Balls are great for the entire game. It's kind of already busted. They're already a busted type of ball, so... I should like one-shot it, right? Almost. Okay, I don't like how this is going. Arthur's level 6. Senti level 6. Okay, I'm gonna go heal again. Oh my goodness, let me just get an encounter. There's gotta be more than just these two Pokemon in there. Just realized we only have 3 Pokeballs left. How many potions do we have? Get one of those just in case. Where's the Caterpie or the Pidgey? I don't think Gen 3 had Caterpie and Pidgey. Though, I mean, everything's changed here, so it could. Gen 3 had Wurmple. I don't know if you get Wurmple in this fruit. You might be able to. And it had Tallow, which was not available yet. Is there only... There can't be only Poochyena in this route. You were twice your level. Come on. Just one shot, please. No. Okay, what do you got? Oh my god. The pond, but yeah, we need a rod for that. There can't just be Poochyena in this grass. Technically, all we found in this route so far is Poochyena, but that can't be it. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. Yeah, Vanilla had Zigzagoon in this route, but for all I know, Zigzagoon might not be in this because it has its own Pokedex. Oh, there's a Sentret. We're weak to that. What is Fluffy weak to? Fluffy is weak to not grass or normal. Definitely not Angie. I don't want to take a chance. I mean, Dragon Poochyena was in this route, though, in Vanilla. This route had Poochyena, it had Sentret, and I think it had, like, one other thing originally. Not Sentret, it had Zigzagoon. Poochyena, Zigzagoon, and, like, one other thing. Sand attack. Cool. Wonder how long I try this before I decide that there's nothing else here we can catch. There's gotta be more. The Pokedex for this ROM hack is massive. It's like 300 something. No, it's 295. It's 290. It's almost 300 Pokemon. So like there's gotta be more than two things here. Just money? I mean, Poochyena? Oh, Monica. Like, just Monica. Just Poochyena. Oh my god. I think we just gotta assume that there's nothing else in here other than the pond. And maybe at a low percent there's something else, but how long do we try before we decide there isn't? That's the real question. I'm gonna check to see if there's a thing that says what route are we in? We're in... Oops, that's not it. We're in Route 102. There should be other stuff in here. There's gotta be. It might be low percentage, but